The next presenter will be from ARC Advisory Group, Neelam Singh, Senior Analyst, ARC. She focuses on supply chain management and enterprise application. She has over 13 years of experience in the IT industry, handling competitive intelligence and market research roles. I would like her to come on the stage.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's scary here. The best part of presenting at this time is everyone would be aware of what I'm going to speak about, and also, many of you can predict what the next slide is. So, what I'm trying to speak about is digital innovation, how IIoT is transforming the industrial space. Now, why we chose this topic? Why, there's a lot industrial Internet of Things that we talk about, smart manufacturing that we talk about. The difference between these two concepts is that many times people get confused. Either IIoT or smart manufacturing is more on the connectivity side. So just to hit the note, we try to bring in digital innovation. And yes, there would be transformation, innovation, and disruption. We'll be using it interchangeably. One thing we have heard from our customers is, what is happening exactly in this space? We are hearing about new service models, many product vendors entering into the services space, new products. Products are undergoing various changes in designs, new production techniques, and the best part is the changing business processes. While all this is happening, there is a different ecosystem where you will find new competitors, new partners, new workers, and overall new business opportunities. It's no more a conventional thinking and an incremental approach, the continuous process improvement that we were talking about. It's an overall change now. I'm sure all of us would understand why all these companies are here. Some of these have brought in about some dramatic changes in the industries that they were. Apple in the field of music, Netflix in movies, Amazon for books, Airbnb, and Uber in hospitality. These are mostly from the consumer side. When we are mainly talking about industrial world now. I'll just flip slides to differentiate between the consumer IIoT and the industrial IoT. What we are talking here is more from the industrial side. Consumer IIoT, very much necessary, and it is driven by personal interest. Why are these important? Is because of economies of scale. People get used to using IIoT. With economies of scale, the price points comes down. Things are cheaper, easier to use, accessible as well. And what is driving the industrial is the business values. You would see healthcare here. Most of us would not think healthcare as an industrial one, but when we are talking about healthcare, it's more about connected medical equipments within a hospital. These are some of the big ideas that we are talking. I would be focusing on manufacturing momentum and drivers. Now this is an idea which is getting a big push from almost all governments across the world, and I'll get into it. Innovation, definitely. New platforms from software, for device level connectivity. When we talk about digital transformation, it's not just the four walls of the plant, it's an overall technology stack. The 3-axis model, I think in the morning we saw in Andy's video, we talk about comprehensive IIoT. And holistic approach to asset performance management, we used to call it as asset lifecycle management. Now we call it as asset performance management. Analytics, it's everywhere. IT's role has been more critical than ever in manufacturing. Given all these technologies, people would definitely question, where do you start? I mean, we have customer coming to us and asking, all these are good. We understand there are problems. We understand there are challenges. We understand this is coming. Where do we start from? Let's get into it one by one. Government programs, yes, we see Make in India here in India. There are other governments. We have an initiative in China, Industry the Future, in France, and SMLC, IIC, n number of governments are putting great push. in the, in gaining manufacturing, giving manufacturing the much needed push. Demographics, we have changing workforces. People are more tech savvy now. They wouldn't understand why we do things the way we used to. 3D printing has changed many things. 3D, it's having a bigger impact in the spare parts area is what we have seen. IIoT and emerging IT technologies, changing economies of scale. New service models have emerged, products, vendors giving services, giving a life cycle support. It's not only, one-time sell and forget idea. It's like, I think in ABB someone did show, you have a life cycle management. The product vendor will tell you, service it all through the life cycle. Robotics, cognitive computing, all are driving change. Innovation. This is, the car is beautiful. So we have plotted this against business value on the y-axis and maturity on the x-axis. Everything that can be an asset, everything is sending in data, information. Okay, all that is good. Now what? So this is triggering a whole new idea of having new products, services. We are trying to monitor the equipment, we are trying to monitor the operations, and all this is leading to continuous improvements. And the biggest payoff comes from the digital transformation. Why are we pursuing digital transformation? It is impacting almost all the 6 areas at ARC. We have categorized this. These are the areas which are having the most impact. Supply chain, that's the biggest area. Supply chain control towers. Boardrooms are also being impacted. I'm not sure if you can see that image there. No? There is an AI element. That's a contributor to the boardrooms as well. Plant operations and maintenance, that's the biggest area that is getting an impact. Engineering and design, we have many of our IT customers, and we would understand from them how engineering and design is changing every moment. Products definitely, and aftermarket services. So innovate to gain advantage is the mantra. This is the new digital platform. It's no more a client-server platform with huge hardwares and then some monolithic software applications running on it. We have moved towards the software of 21st century. That is a next-generation platform which has, that's a digital platform with all the capabilities, apps enablement, it has big data, analytics on top of it, and it can do n number of things that was not possible with the old way of working. Platform plus apps that unlock the value of connected devices. There are many microservices on it, and by microservices, how microservices are defined is they are very specific small applications that are capable of doing specific things. These are the 8 building blocks which we think will define the new digital platform: security, analytics, and artificial intelligence through and through, and it is expected to be built in. Integration capabilities, app enablement, data management, definitely device management, operational intelligence and business process management capabilities. And when you have all those, there is a workflow triggering to simulation and modeling. So innovation on the one end, transformation on the other. This is new digital platform. Sorry. A holistic view of comprehensive IIoT, that is digital transformation. What does it enable us to do? Get most out of our current assets. You do not need to throw away whatever you have and get something replaced or get new things. Attract the modern workforce, update and streamline work processes, get new insights into operations to run it more efficiently, become more responsive to customers, and take advantage of emerging technologies. That is, you can design your own future. This is one of the favorite slides of ARC, and I think you would see it on almost all of our presentations. This wheel has got almost all components that we call as digital transformation. It has connected supply chain, connected enterprise, services, products, operations, and workers as well. There is a notion of business processes and lifecycle management within it, and all the ingredients that would make a device smart, or like analytics, applications, security, platform, and smart assets. So IIoT technologies create the potential to improve all these: asset health, operating performance, safety and risk management, logistics, worker experience, and business processes. This is another view of the 6-axis model that we talked about, right from production to business, from customers to suppliers, and from services. It's the other way, design engineering all through services. The person who's design would know more about services. So within supply chain, we are seeing more traction within the supply chain control towers. In production, flexible and responsive operations, connected workers. Enterprise end-to-end, top-to-bottom, real-time performance. Within services, the most important is new business models and new business services that we are seeing. That's pretty much it. Asset performance management. Now, when we talk about classic enterprise asset management, the components within that were planning and scheduling, parts consumable, the middle orange, if you can see the orange boxes, dispatch management, workflow, tool management, and vehicle management. What the new idea does it brings in low-cost sensors, edge analytics, network cloud, remote monitoring, advanced analytics, mobile devices, drones, etc. There is no more trade-off between whether I should do a maintenance first or no, optimize my production. Everything can be done integratively. That's the approach that we are trying to pursue with our customers. Analytics and IT, this is one big area, and this is one of my favorite slides. A number of data points are being given. I would just take an example of an aircraft, and by the time I say that Boeing 787, the Boeing aircraft would have already collected 8.3 million data points. That is around 5,000 data points per engine per second, which is huge. What do you do with that data? This is a survey from the Global Economic Forum, and what it says is, previously it was just some Monte Carlo simulations and linear programming, but now, you can see the way data has exploded in various dimensions. The degree of sophistication is on the y-axis, and the complexity and volume of data on the x. So you can see, and the kind of technologies that it is triggering is phenomenal. One thing that is best and that has come out from all these analytics, previously there were some huge horsepower machines to be used with a lot of data scientists needed to crunch the data, huge boxes of hardware and software to be installed. But now, with the embedded systems, everything has come down. You can access everything even on your mobile. What analytics has to do, and I don't think this is what we have been talking, is about IIoT convergence, but it's just that if you can see, and let me complete the diagram. Yeah. So the OT side, you have smart connected machines. On the IT side, you have powerful analytics, platforms, cybersecurity, visualization. All these lie with the IT guys, and in OT you do have process analytics engineers, but the data scientists and decision support comes from the IT side. What it needs to be doing in future is this: the gray area in between has to go. It has to just be one. Coming soon to the plant near view, if you have almost all these ingredients, you're just moving from cognitive computing, artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, augmented reality. What is all these letting you do is create smart machines and transform some of the plant applications like MES, CMI, and EAM. So what advanced analytics is powering all kinds of industrial platforms, machines, and applications. The bigger question is, where do we start? So before we start, we have to understand what are the barriers of transformation. An organization has baked in but unrecognized biases, the notion of no changing. Why I have been successful doing something for so many years, why do I change? So that's one. Even you have an executive leadership buy-in, there are inconsistent views, and many a times, you don't hit the note well. Linear thinking, as human beings, we are able to think in one direction, so that may not bring in the whole or the holistic change that we are expecting. References cases, yes, they are there, but it's very difficult to bring it down to the particular industry or the particular area where you want change. Technology in itself is not a good reason. Everyone is changing, so I would change is not a good reason. But innovation definitely is. You want to innovate, yes, we need to change. In summary, IIoT and transformational change, what does it do? IoT increases the value of your existing infrastructure. We aren't saying you throw off what you have. You just try to increase the performance of your existing machines, more uptime, better performance, more responsiveness. IoT presents a whole new set of opportunities, risks as well. Leverage data analytics, if it is done in the way it should be, definitely there are risks. Leverage third party for non-core operating activities, mainly outsourcing. We're talking about outsourcing it to IT vendors maybe, leveraging IT organizations and technologies. IoT enables machine makers to reinvent their relationship with customers. It's not a one-time sell now. Connected products enabling ongoing relationships. Engineering, marketing, manufacturing must collaborate, and there are others as well. We have a blog on IIoT, just in case you want to be updated with the information, current information. We have almost like every day we post one blog here. Please visit this website. In case you don't have a link, please write to us. That's it. I'm sorry to have made some goof ups in between. Thank you so much.